Hi guys, this is Miss Gartel, and today we're going to start a new project. And this new project is a candy still life. And I got this idea from the story The Day the Crayons Quit. And in that story, the crayons are all upset. Each one is upset whether they've been used too much or whether they haven't been used enough. So they all seem to be unhappy with how the kids were using them. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our crayons out and we're going to draw some candy to make all the crayons really happy. So hopefully the candy will cheer them up and will cheer you up as well. So I have a candy picture here that I just made, and we're gonna draw these things together. Now you can find candy that you like and draw that as well. It's up to you. So I thought this would be a lot of fun, and we can incorporate all the colors in this picture so the crayons won't be upset. So the first thing we're going to start with is that big swirl lollipop in the middle. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a spiral. We're gonna use a pencil to start with, and we're going to make that big spiral shape. Remember, we start with the E, and then we go around and around and around to make that spiral. Then we're going to give the lollipop, going to make a little stick on that lollipop. Now we're going to start drawing some of the other shapes. I really like the candy corn, the dots, and the M&Ms. Those are really fun to draw, and I think you can do that. So the candy corn, to start the candy corn, they're almost like triangles. Okay, you start by making a triangle, but the corners are kind of rounded off. Okay, so if you want to start with a triangle and then round off the corners, you can do that. And then we have a stripe here and a stripe here for the different colors. Okay, so then we're going to move on to, we can make two of those if you like. See, if we make a triangle and then we kind of go around it and round the corners, there's your candy corn, and we add the stripes. And now for the dots, they're just like almost like a half circle, but maybe a little bit bigger. So we're going to make a half circle or like a rainbow shape and then come around at the bottom. Now I like making this little highlight shape. It's like a little crescent moon or a banana. And that makes it look kind of shiny. Okay, so we could do one down here also, just for you to see. It's an upside down U shape. We use that shape all the time in art. And then we're gonna close it with a little smile at the bottom. And then we're gonna put this little highlight. You can even make like a little circle for the little highlight. That means the light is shining on it. So that's really, really good. We can do, I like to make a lot. So we can make another one, an upside down U shape, close off the bottom, and we're gonna make that little circle at the top for our highlight. So we have our dots, we have our candy corn, and let's throw in some M&Ms now. And we're gonna scatter some M&Ms. So we're gonna make some nice circles over here. Can even make one over here. All right, now the key to these M&Ms is we have to put the M on them. So we're gonna go back to the circles and we're gonna make a nice big M on each one. Okay, a nice big M on each one so we know that those are the M&Ms. If you're really very brave and you wanna make it more like a bubble letter, you can do that and go over each one and make another one so that it's like a bubble letter. That's if you are very brave about it and you want to do that. And this way you can leave that white and color the M&Ms whatever color you want. We're going to now add this little candy wrapped up in paper. And that's really, really easy. What we're going to do is make a circle, and then at the ends we're going to make almost like a crown shape, like you're making a crown or grass. Okay, so it's like a crown shape at the ends. And I also put that little highlight, that crescent, it's like a banana shape, and that's going to help everything to look round. And I saved this spot right over here for one of my favorites, those little heart candies that we get on Valentine's Day, the candy hearts. So watch, those are a little tricky. We're gonna make the heart. Okay, now we have to make it that thick little shape, like it's chunky. So we're gonna come around here and we're gonna make the side of the heart, and we're gonna just come around there so we see that it has dimension. Okay, we're trying to make it look like it has dimension. And if you want to write I love you, that would be kind of cool. And we can even make another little one next to it. Okay, make the heart shape and make that other little, that dimension shape, the sides of the heart on that. Now, if you want, you can make little skittle shapes all around, and those are just little circles. Okay, so those are kind of easy. Or you can make little jelly bean shapes. Those look like jelly beans. So if you want, you can make like a jelly bean shape. Okay, they also look a little like peanuts, but I like jelly beans. So we can add some jelly bean shapes too, or more Skittles. Okay, and you can add that. So we drew that in pencil, and now if you want to go over it with a black crayon or with a black marker, you certainly can. That's if your parents let you. Remember, we only do what our parents allow us to do. Okay, so we can kind of trace over everything. You know, I like to do that with the marker, but you don't really have to. And then you can start coloring. So I'm gonna pick some colors. Now red was very angry because it got used all the time, but we're gonna do a little bit with red, I think. Okay, maybe I'll make one of my M&Ms. All right, so we can do that circle and then gently color in. Be careful, don't color in that M, just color around it. We're gonna gently color in that M shape. We're gonna leave the M shape plain rather, and we're gonna color in the candy so that we have an M&M. We now have a red M&M. And we're gonna do the same thing with all the different colors and get to use all the colors. You might wanna make one of these dot candies with the green. Okay, some of you might like to outline it and dark with the color and then color it in. That's another nice technique to use. And we can color it in lightly because sometimes those dots have sugar on them. You see, I like my dots. And we could color it in lightly. All right, and if you want to be very brave and do a little bit of shading, you can make a little shading at the bottom, like around the edges would be shaded. Okay, to kind of help it make it look a little more realistic. Now I know what you're dying to do is color this one. This one is my favorite. I would get my purples, and maybe I would get my pinks to do that, or maybe some blue. Okay, and start out, and we can make that rainbow color. That's what I would do. I would start out with maybe a purple, and then let me find a pink, because that pink gets mad that it doesn't get used a lot, especially by you boys. Boys can use pink. Comes out really pretty, especially in candy, right? We all like that. And then we can switch to maybe, we can go from pink to maybe an orange, because pink and orange look kind of pretty together. Okay, so we can then maybe move to orange, and we can make this whole rainbow, and then we could go back to red, because red and orange blend. Just like, remember when we did the heart? Okay, now this red was sort of a violet red, so it's like a pinky red. So that's kind of nice. I like that too. All right, that's like a pinky red, and then we could go into a blue. I'm not looking carefully, I'm just picking. Now this is one of my favorite blues. It's called Indigo. I don't know if you have that, but it's one of my favorite blues, and it's called Indigo. And see how I go over the pink with the blue and I blend them. You can even take that pink and go back over it. All right, so that the colors blend, so you almost get that purpley color again. We can even add some blue right in there. So I like to blend my crayons, all right, and mix them on top of each other. So now that we have that blue, maybe we can go into that. This is a blue-green color, and we all like that color. And we can then blend. That blue-green will blend very pretty with that blue. Okay. And since we have blue on that side and the blue-green over here, what color do you think I might add? I think I might go into the green. And this is just a plain green. Okay, and I'm gonna overlap. That means I'm gonna blend them together and then add some green over here. And see that rainbow? We're gonna have that lollipop. That lollipop is like the most important thing on our picture because it's right, we put it right in the middle, right smack in the middle. So now I can even add a light green. I could blend that light green that goes right in with that. And then I can even use some yellow. I like some yellow, okay? So we could find the yellow, add some yellow. Okay, and that can bring us right back to some orange and some red. Okay, so we can add the orange there because red and yellow make orange. And see how I overlap that orange a little bit? I'm overlapping, just like we did with that heart a while back. But we're making candy. The crayons are gonna be happy. And here we're gonna add some red. All right, and now we have that great, can even add a little bit of purple at the end because red and purple look good. So now we have that beautiful rainbow lollipop. And we still have some other things to color in. So get your favorite colors. See this one, the blue is my favorite. I don't know if they have blue dots. I don't know, but I'm gonna make one. So you can make them any colors you like. Okay, and we know that even the corn, the candy corn, you can really make it any color you like. I think it's white on top. And then, or is it yellow? I know there's orange and then brown or yellow. Maybe we need to make another little stripe in there. Okay, so we have orange and we have brown. Okay, there's our candy corn. And you can make it whatever colors you like, and we can add that yellow. Let's find that yellow again. And add that yellow. Maybe we'll add another little stripe in there. Okay, so we could have it white. So it'll go white, yellow, orange, and brown. Okay, so you could do lots of different things and make the colors, make the candy any colors you like. Okay, so I'm gonna put these pictures are all gonna be on the assignment page so you can see everything. And I want you to read this, the story is being read to you. And it's a great story on the day the crayons quit. And then I want you to try and draw the picture. You can draw as many candies as you like. All right, it's all up to you. So I'll have all of this there is gonna be there for you to see. All right, have a lot of fun and make those crayons happy. Talk to you again soon. Bye, everybody.